Tapestry grand, unraveling mysteries hand in hand, sailing the waves beyond the stars they soar, forever seeking more and more. Explorers at heart with whimsy and glee, the Wanderpus crew set their spirits free in pursuit of good with chaos untamed, to find a new place to make their names. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind. Bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Luminaries' minds, curious and bright, they explore the unknown and seek the light. With every text and book unfurled, more is understood of this new world. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Steadfast against the tide, protecting the land they stand with pride, rising up from the city walls, keeping the rest safe through it all. Mysticians with their gift for spell, in the threads of magic they weave and dwell, observing the universe's hidden seams, propelling the crew to their hopes and dreams. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky. Wanderpus, their hearts entwined, sailing through memories left behind, stitching the bonds that forever tie, sailing to where the sea meets the sky.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 9th game of this month. Yeah, I got in one. So real quick, where we are is we are still gathering gifts for the marquee for the Vampire Masquerade coming up at the end of the month. And this is the game about like how Bamin, Ento, and Simmons try to get their gifts. Like, we've already known Simmons has a gift, but will he give it up? Well, that's yet to be seen. So yeah, we have gotten tons of good gifts. We have just quick examples. I'm not going to run through all of them, but we got him a relic of immense power. That's a gauntlet that attaches lightning to things, including a gift and a gift card. That with that, we've gotten him. We're writing him a sci-fi novel. And the dude loves sci-fi novels. We know that he, the Vampire Marquis, loves, Marcus? Yeah, Marquis, loves chicken wings, and we're making him some chicken wings sauce. We captured him some pets. One of them is named Pepito, currently living with Simmons. And a bunch of other crazy shit that I did not list down because I was busy making this game. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, I'm just going to get right into introducing everybody. Alright. So first, we've got Bamin, played by Matt.
Hello. It is great to be back.
Love having you back. We got Simmons, played by Chris.
Hello again.
We got Ento, played by Corey.
Hello.
And introducing Triax, played by our friend Pete.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
So excited to have you guys. So, for today's game, the second we asked Bamin where he wants to go to find treasure for the marquee, and he said Obsession. So then we learned that Pete was playing, and so we are right here on Obsession on the map. Like, we are on the coast, over the mountains. If the vampires live over here, like where the Kukla is, we are at the edge in a little town, like on the coast. It's a very watery town, has a very like Appalachian mountain feel, like to the air, the cold winters, that kind of situation, mining towns. Also, there's a giant swan boat just at the dock, just this huge fucking swan boat. But real quick, Bamin, Simmons, and Ento, can you describe the friend that you're supposed to meet here?
Triax is, a Triax. I've known Triax for quite some time. In all my travels, Triax used to come into my shop all the time. Last I saw him, I mean, he was a huskier man of moth that was, extremely furry, had his little antlers. They were super cute, though. Like, he really was not a harmless moth. Just always was good with the kids, that came into the shop and whatnot. Big old red eyes that, and, he was very soft-spoken moth that, we shared many of drinks. I know that, my friends here would all like him very much.
All right, now Triax, Simmons, you remember that name, but it doesn't match up. How do you remember Triax?
I sort of remember Triax as like I don't know. The drinking thing sort of goes along with it a little bit. I know I did drink with him a couple times, but not a lot. He's kind of like a heavy-set, thin guy, kind of darkish, lightish hair. He's tall but also short. He's hard to pin down,
Oh, okay. So like he's like roughly this size, and it's just Simmons like waving his arms around.
Yes, exactly, 100%.
Absolutely. Ento, how do you remember Triax?
I remember him as he's very and he was also kind of but at the same time he was kind of
Oh, spot on.
Yeah.
So you guys like arrive, like what? Sorry, what boat did we bring out? Did you guys like bring a boat out? How did we get out? I know Bamin has like a shop boat. Did you bring the whole shop, Bamin?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! All right.
The whole thing's with me.
Are both
That
scours
is-
here?
Is what here?
I think not Robo Scour, and there's a specific reason why not Robo Scour, because we've lost a communications tower, and I'm gonna say that he requires that to move, like to leave the side.
Yeah. But Scour's
But
in
we
here
will-
with me.
Oh yeah, definitely regular Scour for sure, getting hammered.
Scour, you're gonna love this Triax, I'm telling you.
This fucking Scout was so fucking pumped. He's like, yes. And like, so you guys walk into the bar of this town, and inside you see Triax, and Triax looks exactly like all of you just described to you perfectly. But like, he doesn't change what he looks like. You just realize how you are all right, but all wrong. So here you are, Triax, sitting on the bar. There's also an elderly Ithalid sitting over here, and a dude wearing a very wonderful suit, but he is also a skeleton.
I love this place.
Well, I mean, obviously after seeing Triax, Bamin has to go up and give him a big ol' alligator-sized hug.
You
Good to
guys
see you, my
all
friend.
What's that?
Scour's just like, he doesn't have antlers at all. What is wrong with you?
Scour, go get us some drinks. How about that?
Yeah, you know what? I will.
Right.
Scour just jumps behind the counter, jumps behind the bar, starts mixing people drinks.
Good ferret.
So I see that's a beautiful swan that you boys came in on. It's good to see you all again. I hope I live up to the reputation that you have preceded me with.
It's impossible not to, though I do not think that is our swan.
Ah, dang.
It is a beautiful swan. I don't know what it is, though. Does anybody here have an idea what that swan boat is out front?
I thought that was your swan.
Is it my swan?
No, it is
right.
not. It is not his swan.
I didn't think it was my swan. I bought a lot of shit over the years. Do not recall one single swan boat. Feel like I'd remember that, but do not.
The Ithalid leans back in his chair. He's just like, that's Mayor Gloomcrest, you know, of the Gloomcrest Ferry and Boardwalk. Fair and Boardwalk, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt. No, didn't mean to, cut you off there. Screamlord Senior's the name. Gloomcrest. I actually have it written right here, Gloomcrest. I just pronounced Gloom wrong. Yeah, it's Mayor Gloomcrest's ship. And the Ithalid looks over and reaches over to shake your hand. Screamlord Senior, nice to meet you.
Screamlord, the fantastic name. Simmons runs right over, reaches out his cursed hand, shakes his hand. I'm Simmons. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. And he shakes your hand, Simmons. He's just like, Screamlord Senior, nice to meet you.
Screamlord Senior. I'm remembering that. You. I like the cut of your jib, sir.
Simmons definitely would have heard of Screamlord, the original. He goes by Avant-Garde now, but this is Avant-Garde's father. Just like, oh, fantastic to meet you. Are you all here for the curiosities? I'm
Yes,
sorry to
absolutely.
interrupt. You two just met up after a long time. I'm sorry. I'll let you three talk. I'm back over here talking to my dear friend, and he's just like, this is Jim Dandy. He points to the skeleton, and the skeleton tips his hat towards you. He's like, nice to meet you all.
I'm sorry, did you say Jib Dandy or Jim Dandy?
Jim Dandy.
Yeah, okay.
Jim Dandy looks like he is dressed for a fucking event, by the way.
How do you two?
So,
How do they know
go
each
ahead.
other? Why are they here together?
Oh, it's just like Screamlord turns in his chair with his drink that Scour just gave him. It's definitely just a whiskey sour, but Scour calls it a whiskey scour.
Oh, whiskey scour.
Yeah, it's literally nothing different.
That's fine.
He just thinks he's clever. And he's like, well, I mean, me and Jim go way back. Yeah, you've been to Evil, correct? You must have been. He points at Triax. He's like, you've been to Evil. I've seen you on the streets.
I
And
don't
he's like,
believe I've been to Evil.
You haven't been to Evil? Oh, and it's just like he looks at you and you see him pull out a tiny pair of spectacles. It's just like, oh, you looked like an old friend. Have you ever been, 7-8 feet tall, covered in fur? You
Some
kind of
people
got
see me like that.
you got a quality about you like that. And it's just like, can you just stand up and do this pose? And he does the Sasquatch pose. You know what I mean? It's just can you just do that one for me?
Like the walking away pose?
Yeah, the walking away into the woods.
Sure, yeah. Here, is this what you want?
She's like, yeah, I mean, spot on. Huh. He's like, you don't seem like a liar, but I could swore I've seen you before. Neither here nor there. We're here. Me and Jim Dandy go way back. he had a problem with his ex-wife. I exhumed the body, reanimated her, and now she's his wife again.
Oh, that's nice.
I
Sweet.
try to help.
Love
A lot of people
love a good
don't
love
take
story.
necromancy. It's like love is beyond the grave. Granted,
So
we're
true.
not 100% sure it's her soul tied to that body, but you know.
That's a chance you got to be willing to take.
Yeah, it's just the other side of the coin of what I do.
Ah! And he's like, he looks at you, and he looks Ento up and down, and he's just like, oh. We got a couple celebrities here, don't we? It's like a member of the Sea Devils crew in our little old town.
Oh,
Do you-
yeah, you know.
Do you have a presentation or anything at the convention? Like you presenting anything?
No, not this year. Not this year. We're just here doing some shopping.
Okay. Oh, I hear there's a lot of good things on sale. What kind of stuff you guys looking for today? And I'm just gonna throw this out there. You guys can tell me literally anything that you are looking at for as a gift, and I will put it in this game. But just know that this place sells curses and cursed objects. Like, that is what you are going to be able to buy here. So literally say whatever you want with that caveat.
That it's cursed.
That is most certainly cursed.
Got it.
Is the food cursed?
Like, the food's one of the most cursed things. Oh, you should talk to the farmer, and there's somebody here. They brought in a bunch of food. The name is Mary. You might be able to find some good food there. It is certainly cursed, though.
Is this
Not
whiskey?
in here. Not in the bar. And the bar is outside the convention.
Is the whiskey cursed?
Oh no, the bar is perfectly not cursed. You see Scour just sniffing it once he hears a curse. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's good. Just
Okay.
drinks half a bottle.
Good.
Seems fine.
Doing
Seems
your
fine,
job,
boss.
Howard.
I'm shocking.
All right.
You know me. You know me. And then
Scour.
passes out.
No. You throw a glass at him to wake him up.
he definitely does. He's just like, ugh. It's like, Screamlord and Jim Dandy are gonna hop down, and they're like, well, they're gonna start letting people in soon. And you realize that it's 11:45, and it opens at midnight because of course it does.
Pretty normal hall hours, if I'd say so myself.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we can all walk over there together if you guys want.
Yeah, we should probably
You guys
start
got-
lining up.
Yeah, you guys have your tickets, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I
Bamin?
feel like I need it.
We got tickets.
Okay.
Gower doesn't, but I'm just gonna sneak him under my
oh, sweet.
shirt.
As you're walking there. So this is our guard. I love our guard. His name is Bill.
Oh, hey, Bill.
Hi. He's
Bill got
you see him. He lifts up the red velvet rope. He's like, absolutely, Triax. After you. Oh, and we have Bamin. Come on in, Bamin. Oh, he points at Scour. This your +1? Thumbs up.
Yep. It sure is.
He sees Ento, and he's just like, oh, prestigious crowd tonight. He's just like, absolutely. Right this way, sir.
Thanks, Bill.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Then it gets to Simmons. Avant-Garde, Screamlord and Jim Dandy both get in. And then once it gets to Simmons, he's just like, wait. Who is this little one?
I wasn't told that we needed a ticket.
Easily rectified.
He's
Like, I
with
give
me.
it-
He's with me.
It's like, he pulls out a tape measure and puts it up to Simmons, and then puts it up to Scour. He's just like, it's about a foot too tall to be counted as a guest.
I sit on the floor.
It's just like, it's simple. I have tickets right here. I can get you a ticket. Now, Simmons, name?
You got it already. You.
All right,
somehow
thank
did
you.
it.
I'm very good at it, Simmons. Okay. And worst thing you've ever done in your entire life. Most vile, heinous crime, please.
I left.
Before
You
you
just gave me
finish,
a 1,000-yard stare.
before you have to finish it, you hear 3 like hoof prints approach behind you and put your hand on your shoulder, and it is Chest, and you feel that ring around your like finger tighten, and Chest like, don't worry, Bill, he's with me.
Hey,
And, like-
hey there, friend.
I didn't know you were a collector. I didn't know you were using me to just gain more cursed items. If had I known that, I would have given you such worse.
Speaking of that, what is this a thing? Am I ever going to find out what this does? And I just reach my hand up.
Roll me a 20-sider. $16.
I did give
So
you a
you-
1 before the game started, just so you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I won't. I'm not taking that on this one here. But and like Chess is just like, I would lower that. Just wraps his hand around like yours and like holds your hand and walks inside the building, like through the velvet ropes.
We just walk in hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll be over here, guys.
See you.
Oh, wrong one. You guys aren't there. You're not there either.
Man,
You're just giving us a nice,
get a
Par-
little preview. Yeah.
panorama.
Yeah, that's a lot of places that you could go in this place. The entranceway is this big foyer situation.
The hell's that dog?
Not Simmons is here. That is like
Oh,
that is
no.
not Simmons is in fact here looking at the art on the wall. So, Chest is going to be having a conversation with Simmons in a moment. But Triax, what kind of cursed items have you heard are on sale at this location?
They've got all sorts of great things. You know, they've got some staffs, cursed staffs of ancient lore, made of wood and metal. There's a few different books and tomes, and some draughts that are all cursed. All different things that you could use in many different scenarios when you're trying to curse somebody.
Okay, absolutely. Just for the record, I know you can't see it on the stream, but there's a mask up here on the map, and it made me laugh. But just so you guys know, up there is like a hockey mask. Like that is a hockey mask that looks very much like Jason Voorhees' mask on the wall up there. It's
Yeah.
also for sale.
And guess what? It's cursed, baby.
Oh, it's hella cursed. I think this dog guy is like looking at it like, would it fit though?
I don't know. I think it would look pretty good on you, Scour, don't you think?
Scour's just like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, I think you should climb right up there and
Yo, fucking
give
Scour's
that a
going
try.
for it.
give that a try on, Scour.
Pop it on.
We'll find out if it's cursed.
Screamlord just like looks around. He's just like, are we sure we wanna? Okay, fine. Hit me with that 20-sider. Let's see Scour grab fucking. Scour's fine. Like, you see him like put it on, and like he's just like, no, doesn't seem to do anything. And he looks inside of it. It's just like, it's got a big 13 carved into the back of it, though. You think that means anything?
Nah, it's fine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
probably just a price tag.
Oh, what's it cost 13 of then?
Souls, I would imagine.
That's
think
better
that
than
the-
I was going to say.
I've only ever got the 2.
Well, that won't help.
Fingers?
Yeah.
The 13 fingers that cost
That's
13
what I was
fingers?
thinking too, was fingers, actually, to be
Yeah.
100% honest.
Is this a finger currency store? I've heard of these. As
That's
I've
convenient.
seen many different currencies throughout space. Is this a finger store?
I think the auctioneer actually comes out of the door at that same time, and he's just like, he's appearing on the screen. He's really big on accident. And it's just like 13 fingers sold.
Oh,
To the ferret on climbing my paintings. How will you be paying for that? Now, or would you like credit?
all right. So you need 13 total fingers.
13 fingers. That is the price that I have sold that for.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Simmons. Were you asking a question there?
No, I was just laughing at the fingers.
It's like, you could most certainly put it on a layaway situation. It would raise the price. You could have it now, of course. I wouldn't never deny somebody from a piece of artwork that I have just sold to them. But if you do not bring me the 20 fingers by next month, it will double, and I will begin taking collateral. Scour is now wearing a hockey mask.
Is he bound to this hockey mask? I mean, we know the cost of this hockey mask. Do we need to pay for it? Does somebody here need that hockey mask for 20 fingers, or is it 13?
20. If you don't have 13 fingers, if you cannot pay the 13 fingers today, then you owe him 20 fingers.
I don't know if that mask is worth it, you guys. Not sure.
Maybe not.
I like my fingers.
Simmons reaches into it. Not Simmons. Scour reaches into his pocket and pulls out a machete that he's like, it just came with the mask. It does seem to be dripping, though.
That's true. They didn't say it had to be his fingers.
Oh no, it's. He's just like, no. The auction is most certainly not their fingers. How else would they use the machete? Anyone's fingers.
So let me get this straight. You get the mask and the slick wet machete for 13 fingers?
13 fingers today. Slick wet machete and mask.
Now that's, a little bit more of a deal.
It's a good deal. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. It has a special power to it. If he's wearing that mask, holding that machete, nothing can get away from him.
Nothing can get away from the person wearing the mask?
Now, if you set your sights on somebody, they will, no wall will be a barrier to you.
Scout's eyes light up.
You can breathe underwater, doesn't matter. I've heard, and not a lot of, I've heard some people have gone to space before. But sometimes, you could even go into space. Atmosphere doesn't kill you. And if you need to fight a dream demon, there's no better weapon. Machete and hockey mask. I think Chess is just nodding along. This is some good bargaining. But where are you guys going to get 13 fingers?
Scout, if you don't have 13 fingers on you, you might be able to pick some up in Dyad.
Oh my god.
Scout was just like, yeah, I bet I could. You think you could get that squirrel to let that shield down? Just for a sec. You know what? And he's just like, how does it work on magic shields? Could I get through an impenetrable magic shield? Wearing that mask, carrying that machete, you could cut your way through anything. It's just like, sold. I'll bring you 20 fingers next month.
So did Scour just make a deal for this mask for 20 fingers?
Literally with the devil.
I look at them. Scour. Bamin just nods his head. I think I need a drink. But we need to go get some fingers now. But we just have this mask. What are we doing here? Are we supposed to be finding a gift?
It's like, oh, gift.
And now we owe the double 20 fingers.
Yeah, look, 20 fingers. It's just 2 people, unless they don't count thumbs. Then it's 3 people, and one of them's gonna be really upset. Or 2 of them are gonna be really upset.
Mm.
But Chester says, yes, Simmons, what are you all looking for here? What gifts do you have in mind for our prestigious marquis?
I just, he's they've been around a long time, from what I understand. So I feel like giving them something that they need in the future would be better than just giving them something that they use once and is gone. So I'm hoping they have some sort of like I don't know, some box or you know how sometimes you don't know what you need until you need it.
Are you saying the best gift given is the friends you've made along the way?
I mean, he thinks for a minute. I mean, that's probably the best one. But I'm hoping like maybe something more tangible, like a container of unknown contents that has something that can be used in the future when they're going to need it, but they don't know yet.
The auctioneer points at Simmons, then you are going to want to attend the live auction later. We are selling off closed boxes that not even I know what are in, but I am promised of a great magical power. But only if you can afford the cost, of course.
He looks down at his hands and he doesn't have many fingers, so he says, do you take currency that's not fingers?
Absolutely. What are you interested in? Make me an offer. And he like moves his hand around this room, and like this room, like all these paintings are like staring at you awkwardly. Not like Harry Potter staring at you, more like just, Da Vinci painted creepy to stare at you. Like all of the eyes are like on Simmons. But it doesn't feel super creepy, except for everybody else in the room sees that those eyes are all on Simmons. Like it's not an optical illusion.
And can I get back to you?
Absolutely, by all means, look around. The auction starts in a couple of hours, but by all means, purchase anything on the floor. The second you decide to make an offer, I'll be there. And then he just like vanishes. Definitely like in a puff of smoke situation.
Oh!
Screamlord's just nodding. He's like, The puff of smoke is a nice touch. Really adds to his ambiance. Any particular items you all are looking for today? Shapes and size-wise. It's like they have cursed items of all sorts here.
I did hear of a particular cursed painting that you might have on display. Maybe you know the one that I'm speaking of?
It's like, we did get one in recently. Prize of this place, the one that can bring back the dead, they say.
Yeah, yeah.
Come into the art hall.
Okay. Alright.
So Screamlord's following you guys. He's just like, oh, it looks like you guys might have some competition in the bidding situation today. And he's just like, that right there, that's the remembered. And he motions to the eye as it's floating around. It's just like, and suddenly you all, when you look at him, you remember him. Like, you remember him, like, always being there. Never saying anything to you, but whenever you remember something from, like, your past, like, that dude is just in that memory. Just most of the time in the background, not, like, a main part. But there's certainly times that you remember this guy, like, being your parent, basically, like pushing you on the swing and stuff. And this is Dr. Myers. Dr. Myers is Screamlord's like, Dr. Myers is deeply invested in the reanimation of bodies, and it's just not attaching so much like the way that I do. He's not into necromancy, like attaching a soul to a body. He wants a body to move on its own, devoid of a soul or spirit. Strange man. I heard he's got quite a bit of money though. And sorry, what was that?
I said, "Oh, hello, doctor. I'm also a doctor."
Oh, absolutely. Like, what kind of doctor are we?
Well, I originally was a pediatrician.
I've worked on many children.
Yeah.
I have many children of my own.
Oh, it's great. I got a lot of brothers and sisters.
Screamlord's like, yeah, I wish you didn't call them children. That's just weird, man. And it's just like, fine. I've created many living organisms that live at my house. It's just like, huh? And then he looks at you, he's just like, are you by chance Ento?
I am.
Fascinating. Oh, I would love to have a conversation with you about. And it's just like he mentions you curing a disease. Do you remember it? Like this is your pirate life, like coming into your memory now.
I do. It was a particularly nasty one that ran rampant among the Sea Devil crew.
It's like, oh yes, we heard, and we were never able to cure it. Like we all thought that was fatal for everyone, and it's just like, and yet you managed to pull through, and it's just, we see you here now. But we were under the impression the whole crew died.
Not the whole crew. No. Most of the crew, pretty much all of the crew. But me, no, I'm here.
So, like, I think to remember, it's like one giant eye, like, goes to Ento, and Dr. Myers and Screamlord all just look, and like, are you saying the crew of the Sea Devil are still alive and active?
I wouldn't say alive.
Just like, what's their location? We'd give you so much for it. Just, where's anyone else? Do you know where the first mate went? It's just like, have you heard from Pym? As they're like crowding in on Ento.
Hey, what? Bam's gonna kind of step in here a little bit, push these guys back. Can I give our man a little space? Scour's a little freaked out too.
It's like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I would like, what we would give for a little information, like just I think like the auctioneer shows back up. She's like, what would you all give for a little information? Ento, you hold in your hand the information of the presence, the location of multiple Sea Devil crew members that are living, as we've stated. What do we have for offers from Screamlord? What's your offer? Screamlord says, for location of the first mate and like Navigator Pym, I offer onto you. And he like reaches down and pulls up basically you guys know Felix the cat?
Yeah.
So like Felix the cat's bag, he slaps it down, he's just like, this magic bag of, and like, I know what you're thinking. It's a little cartoony. I'm not saying that it's not, that it's a little silly for most people, but it is quite useful. And he turns it inside out and it's just a ladder, or like then he like closes it, pulls it back out, and it's like a boxing glove on a spring. And he's just like, but there's more. And he climbs in it, and it turns into like a little go-kart, and he drives it around the room. It's like,
Simmons claps.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. It clashes with my coat.
I understand, and like, then you see Dr. Myers is like, just step back, I'll show you how it's done. And he reaches behind him and pulls out an adorable something. It is most certainly supposed to be a pet, but it is 20 parts from 20 different animals, like stitched together, and it's still somehow adorable to everybody. Everybody in this room thinks this is like super cute. I think universally everybody goes, "Aww," including one of the paintings.
How many fingers does that thing have?
Oh, so many fingers. I think one of its hands looks like a human hand.
Okay.
Oh, so there's 5 on that one. There's another one that is just a fish fin, like the back of a bass fin, but you'd be in luck that the back 2 are also human adjacent hands, but there's 2 attached to one and 1 attached to another.
So 4 hands on that one thing?
Yeah, there's 4 hands.
I don't think this is as adorable as you all think. I think this is a trick.
Myers is just like, this is... How could you not think this is... He holds it up to Ento. Do you not think this is worth the information of just your captain?
It's adorable, but it smells really bad.
Nobody told me it needed to smell good, and he spikes it.
Oh.
That's kind of aggressive to do to that adorable animal.
How many fingers fell off of it?
Is it still alive?
I think like when it hit, it like absorbed it and turned it inside out. But good news, the insides don't look any worse than the outside. It just still like...
It smells worse.
Oh, it just smells... Maybe it smells better. Maybe it was inside out the first time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that.
Then you feel the searing gaze of the remembered as it stares at you, and burrowing into your head is just the image, and it's forming slowly. And then all of a sudden, it's a clean laboratory, all white surfaces, like hypoallergenic, everything, like lab coats, and just like a nice little seating room outside, a nice doctor's office, really nice stethoscope, like everything that you could need. It's a little like pediatrician office, and you can see it in your mind's eye sitting right next to the hospital in the Silver Thimble. And it just says, as a picture of Pym with a question mark.
No, Pym's not in a clinic.
Frustration is all you feel right there. And it's just like, the auctioneer raises his hand. He's just like, that's 3, and you've all been denied. Go back to whatever you need to do. And like, he walks up to Ento, and he's just like, if you do ever decide to sell this valuable information, and he pulls out a business card and hands it over.
Ento takes it and kind of looks at it and feels the weight of it and the embossing.
I think it has it's a eggshell white business card, nice thickness, just like tasteful, you know. But all it has on it is one single black star.
Ento makes an ooh face, like that's a nice business card.
I thought so too. Scout is just breaking out in a sheen of sweat, just like just that scene. So, Are you
What's
in
the auctioneer's name?
the auctioneer?
Okay.
He'll also respond to a couple other names if you try them, but you got to find them first. He does walk up, like he sees Simmons like looking at him, and he's like, "Would you like to guess my name?"
Is it Charles?
It's not Charles. And all of you hear a giant clock tick, and Simmons is pulled to the ground by his ring.
It's so heavy.
It's so heavy.
I'm just gonna hang out here for a little while, guys. You might want to move on for a few. I got to rest, I think.
So you will be seeing, like, all over this room are paintings of many different varieties, like ancient paintings. Some of them are moving, most of them aren't. One of them looks like a doorway. Like when you get close to it, and like Screamlord will like show it to you, it's just like, this leads back into the past, your own past. It's just like, and like whatever you guys like, if you guys think of like a memory, particularly this mirror works on traumatizing memories. Not super traumatizing, like anytime you feel like super embarrassed and you don't want to remember that about your life, this painting will lead and show you that moment. Once, you will be allowed to step into the mirror and fix that moment. Or
is it only like really traumatic things, or is it just like even little minuscule traumatic things?
It's gotta be bad enough that when you think about it, you get like the, ugh, I wish I didn't do that, or like, I wish that didn't happen that way.
I have a few scenarios that I've encountered where, that are embarrassing to me when I look back on. I was present at a place where after I left, this huge, terrible thing happened. And, I kind of saw it coming. And some people saw me and said, is this like a bad omen or something like that? That this Triax character's, gazing down on us and something happened. So maybe I'd go back and change that just so I could sleep better at night.
I
but
think
maybe
like
not.
At the same time, the Dr. Myers and Screamo are like, I knew I recognized you from somewhere. You destroyed that bridge. That bridge fell because of you.
I don't. Bridge? What is a bridge even?
This bridge is outside. We were just outside. You know what a bridge is.
Okay, fine.
You're that Mothman fellow. And it's just like, you hear a couple other like people like, Mothman? Mothman's here? And like all of a sudden, Dr. Myers comes running up, like ridiculously speedy. He's like right in Triax's face. He's just like, can you sign this card? And like he like goes shuffling through some cards, and you see Sasquatch, Loch Ness, Jersey Devil. And it's just like, and then he just has Mothman. And I have to tell you, this Mothman card looks like what we picture Mothman to look like, or like the Fallout 76 Mothman. It does not look like Triax, except for as much as Triax looks like Mothman. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, could you sign this? And like, you see the image is like, has to be hand drawn, and also doesn't look anything like you.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of diminishing, I mean, look at me. Do I look anything like this? Do I look like this guy?
They got the eyes right?
Sure, I got the eyes, but the rest of it's all wrong. I don't look like that. I don't have those long legs. You kidding me?
It's just like, well, I mean, I guess it is up to artistic interpretation. Would you sit for a portrait? We'll give you that. It's like, hey, auctioneer. It's just like, he's like, yes. And Dr. Myers says, I am willing to give you my latest creation and give you full control over its next actions. As long as I could get that painting from my dear friend Mothman. I will give you that painting if you will sit for a portrait right here, right now.
Yeah, I mean, I support the arts for sure, 100%, and I'd love to do that for you today. So let's make it happen.
Oh, for sure. It's just like the auctioneer is just like, sold. One non-living creation to wreak havoc where I choose. Such a good night. And I've got 13 fingers at least coming to me. It's just like, I love fingers.
What do you do with them?
And like, he's like, I eat them.
I'm gonna sit back down.
It's like, it's like, the auctioneer walks up, like, as they set up for the painting, walks up to Simmons. He's like, there's so many things that you can do with fingers. You can fillet them. You can, like, if you remove the bones, you can stuff them with ricotta cheese, you know? It's really just like bread them, fry them up.
Have you ever, there's a guy that I think you'd really like to talk to about fingers. It's in the other room. He's got a bunch of really long ones. You should talk to him. Previously named Simmons, now something different, like not Simmons or something like that.
Not Simmons is in the other room, and she's like, yeah, I'd like to buy this. And he's like, oh, excuse me.
He's got tons of fingers. You should talk to him.
I do love fingers. I'm gonna make a roll to see how not Simmons is doing in the auctioning. I thought that was gonna be a 20, but he's doing fine. Not Simmons managed to keep all of his fingers so far. Alright, so Triax is getting painted by Dr. Myers here. And like, Dr. Myers is a very good painter, and like, so far it's pretty accurate, like at least shape-wise. I'm gonna roll for him. No, this is gonna look even worse. It's like even worse. Like, for that, Triax, like, they are blaming this other creature. They don't even think of this as you. So, like, you're starting to lose some of the heat from the terrible incident that happened.
That's good.
Mostly because Dr. Myers is apparently a terrible painter. What's it look like? Why is it wrong, everybody?
I mean, to me, it looks like more of a skunk ape. And
skunk ape?
Yeah.
He's certainly not wearing high heels.
It kind of looks like a Loveland frogman.
There it is. That's what I was thinking.
Does it have wings on its feet too?
Like, hold on. So far I have skunk ape frogman high heels with wing feet.
That's the Triax I know.
Looks just like him.
Vision of the past.
Just like, it's like, your teenage years. It's like, I think he like finishes with a flourish. He's just like, it's a masterpiece, and turns it around and like shows you.
Does he do the thing where he flips it upside down and then it looks slightly more like him, but not really?
I have my doubts based on what Midjourney is showing me.
He tries to light it on fire like he did it with gunpowder to reveal the actual picture, and then he just sets the whole thing on fire.
The fitting end to a terrible depiction of myself.
Wait, are you serious? You're just setting it on fire?
Yeah.
Roll me a 20-sider. That's what Midjourney said. The painting looks like.
I mean, that's spot on. Look at it.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Something about it doesn't look right to me, everybody.
Is the remembered in there too?
Oh, yeah. No. Well, yeah, actually, it might be. Sorry. Pete, if you don't know how to roll, you'll see that there's a die on the 20 side, on the left-hand side.
Oh, there we go.
on that, you can just go click that and just go click the D20. There we go. Cool. Awesome.
Wonderful first roll.
Okay. Okay. So what does a 3 look like when you try to burn your painting?
I go and light it, and it fizzles a little bit at the corner, but then just kind of craps out halfway through. So the majority of my image is still kind of there.
And yeah, he grabs. It's like signed by the Mothman himself. Ah, truly an account of what he accurately looks like. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. And like he's just like, handshake, hug, fist bump. What do we? I would love a hug, but like I would take a handshake.
Handshake is fine.
Oh, handshake is fine. His hands are so cold and clammy, and like you'll notice the stitching along his like wrist. These are not. His hands don't fit his body.
The doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Myers is just like his hands are definitely more like a bugbear, I would say.
He's bought a lot of things at the finger auction before.
Sometimes you gotta give up an arm and a leg. Some things are worth more. You understand. You'll get it when you're older. Oh no, Corey, I guarantee this dude has like the best genitals possible. The best genital corpses can find. So yeah. So that's the painting room. There are other rooms. Screamlord will tell you. He's just like, well, of course we have like the painting room. There's also the knick-knack room. That's where like your jewelry mostly is going to be. Your expensive, like, I find it a little bit tacky. Obviously, there's the grocery that I've heard about. I'm gonna head there next personally. There's the weapons room.
Ooh.
The sculpture room, and there's the gambling room, but I don't know if any of you are up for like that. It's a pretty physical combat. And like you might not win, so you might not get anything.
Certainly does sound like a gamble.
Somebody say physical combat.
I believe they said weapons and physical combat, and I feel like there were some good noises for both of those.
Yeah, the weapons room, I would love to find myself an axe, but love me some gambling. A little physical combat never never done me wrong. So, yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I think maybe we should gamble a little bit tonight.
I think that's the right idea.
I think so too.
All right. Screamlord Senior just raises his hand. He's just like, oh, too rich for my blood. I'm personally like really interested in like they say they've got like blue melons here. Wild. I'm gonna go check those out. If you just scream, Lord. I'll come running if you need me.
Enjoy those blue melons.
I think they look really good. And as you guys like walk down the hall towards the gambling room, you hear like just stomping and like somebody like pounding their hand into their fist into their hand situation. But like the closer you get, as you get in there, Bamin and Ento, this is one of the guys that came to Crom's gym, and you beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But he's standing there like ready. He's like ready to go. He's like, "Who's the next champ?" He turns. He's like, "Oh, hi guys. What are you doing here?"
Is this the one with the weird nipple thing?
This is this is laser nipples. He's got tape over them
Yeah.
right now because you guys made him fucking really,
It's like
really sensitive about it.
but nibbles, is that right?
I can still take a look at that for you if you want. Like we can figure something out.
I would love it if you could just do something about these nipples. Yes, thank you.
Is that an auctioneer moment?
I wonder if Dr. Myers
shit.
has any
You're
extra
right.
nipples.
All right, Balrog.
fucked.
Ento here has claimed that he can cure your nipple situation. What are you offering Ento for this? And he's just like, okay. All right, let me think. You're a doctor, formed like part of the greatest pirate crew ever known to man, sailed all the seas, including the Paper Sea. Okay. All right, what do I have to offer to cure this debilitating nipple situation? I will offer unto you, Doctor of the Sea Devil's ship, I offer to you my left leg. I'll give you my left leg.
Damn.
Don't you need it?
Not as much as I need to get rid of this nipple situation.
Okay.
He's just like, oh, right. Do you want it right now? And, like, he pulls out a cleaver, and, like, as he pulls that cleaver out, that cleaver is amazing to you, Ento. Like, that cleaver, all it does is takes limbs off. Painlessly.
Ooh. Oh, wait. I don't want the leg.
Are you sure? I mean, this isn't gonna hurt one bit.
I want that cleaver.
Oh, and he holds it up, and it's got like a mirror shine to it. Like he can look at himself, and he's like, "And you're sure you can cure this nipple thing?" And the auctioneer's just like, "Of course he can cure the nipple situation. If he couldn't, he wouldn't offer it up in the first place." And he's just like, "Do we have a deal? What's a word for like? It's not disembodied, and it's not dismantling.
Reconstruction?
It's not about putting things back on. No, you know what? I bet it is. You guys ever seen say what you will about the shitty author and artist of it. I know he sucks, but that's the only example I have. You know Rurouni Kenshin?
Yeah.
Do you guys know that anime? There was a scene where like Kenshin cut like this fucking like cabbage in half, and then was able to like put it back together perfectly because the sword was so sharp. That is how this cleaver is. So like, yeah, you could cut somebody's limb off with this and perfectly reattach it as long as you like do it quickly. Also, it doesn't bleed, like the wounds, for the record. How are you curing this guy's nipples?
So this is up to you, but I have reshape. It's technically for facial appearance, but could I use it for nipples?
What are nipples but the face of the chest?
Right. It's like where the soul of the chest resides, like that, like eyes.
It's just like, I've always looked at the human body as like a multiple face situation. You got the head face, but then you got the chest face with the belly button is the mouth.
Exactly.
Don't forget about the crotch face.
Don't forget about the crotch face. Let me tell you, Dr. Myers has not forgotten about the crotch face. He's got one down there.
The best one that... What did you say? The best one that you can find on a cadaver?
The best one corpses could find. That's just... I don't want to know if he stitched like a face down there, but now I kind of think he might have. He was tired. He's got really tired of dropping food on his lap and like not being able to eat it, so he just like put a mouth down there to catch it. All right, so yeah, reshape this man's nipples.
All right, I'm gonna reshape this man's nipples.
Roll me a 20-sider for like nipple reshaping. Please roll a 1 and just give him the puffy. Nope, fucking alright. So the puffiest nipples, just bright red, glow in the dark. They just look like Triax's eyes, just on his chest. But no, you've successfully lower it up by 1 doesn't do anything. It's not enough. But okay, Ento. What did he want you to do to his body to make him feel more comfortable in it? That you did. You accomplished it. What is one thing that like is better for him?
So obviously they no longer shoot lasers or whatever it was.
They did shoot lasers at one point in time.
Yep, they don't shoot lasers anymore.
He's just like, if you could just give me some more like scales, like something like the thing on his head. He's like a little like some bony protrusions on my shoulders, so I could look more intimidating.
Like, wait, do you want them on your shoulders or on your nipples? I don't.
Oh, on my shoulders, not on my nipples. I don't want anything to stand out down there. Nothing more, no more attention down there.
All right, that's fair. You know what? Yeah, let's.
If you put nipples on his shoulders, it'll be a goddamn nightmare.
Well, this depends on how I roll.
Oh no! That I was giving you for that 18. You got it. You got it.
Okay.
You don't have to roll again to add that.
Okay, no. I'm gonna give him what he wants. I'm gonna give him some bony horn protrusions on his shoulders. Like, he's gonna look.
He looks way more intimidating.
So badass. Like, this is.
I think it looks like Bamin's fucking like turtle shell shoulder. He kind of wants that situation, but just with spikes.
Yeah, that's exactly what he gets.
Fucking metal. He's like, all right, I'm ready to go. And he's just like, all right. And he's like, you see him swinging his fist around. He's like, I'm psyched. I'm fucking psyched. He fist pumps Ento. Pumps. He's like, yeah. It's like, who's going? And the auctioneer's just like, yes. Who would like to fight my boxer? It's like, there is a surprise gift if you win, but what would you put up as well? So, Bamin, if you want to straight up fight him, which you totally can right now, what would you offer if you lose?
I'm pretty confident in this fight. So...
Scour was just like, no!
I was going to say Scour.
I know you were! No, it's fine. Scour was just like, all right, okay. I learned how to be one person's lackey, then I've learned how to be another person's lackey, and now, okay, I'm good.
Now you need to trust me. This guy just went through nipple reconstruction surgery. I don't think that he's in any state to win a fight.
Yeah, his nipples and his shoulders look great, but they're tender.
Oh, okay. Oh, no!
Yeah, I got it. All right. What do I get in return? I'm putting up Scour.
He's just like, you can pick one of these 3 boxes. There's one box that's tiny, one box that's like in the middle.
Yep.
And like, he's just like, or you could take the curse. And he's just like, and he pulls out a piece of paper. And he's like, this is the curse of, and this is from another world. Like he's just like holding it and like unfurling it. The curse of Cthulhu. Like, you will be filled, like, if whoever has bestowed this curse upon will be turned into a raving monster until the curse is broken.
Okay.
Like,
tiny box.
Tiny box it is.
I'll take the tiny box.
And like, he holds a tiny box out and sets it in front of him, and he's just like, okay, have at. And like, Balrog slams his hands together, and like, he stomps. He's just like, oh, I'm fucking so ready for this. You see him like slam his chest and wince a little bit. He's like, okay. And he slams like a little bit lower. He's like, all right, let's go.
All right.
Yep. And he's gonna charge at you.
Sounds good. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. He takes a swing at you. He's either gonna like crack you in the head, dealing 4 damage, just like basically a wild sucker punch. And like, but you can counter that, or you can safely dodge. You can safely dodge, but you're not in a good position to hit him back.
Oh yeah. So I can counter him. I can counter him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You have counterattack.
Yeah.
What is? No. It's yeah. You if it's a tough choice, you parry it and take no damage, so you don't even have to worry about it.
Ah.
All right. Monster Madness does work in this situation. Bonk.
Bigger now?
Yeah, he got a lot. Like he's just like enraged that you like dodged because somebody played the card Monster Madness, but somebody also played Rip Like Jesus. So like Bamin's like shirt gets ripped off by your own muscles expanding. Like you are like basically, yeah, you grow at the same time. Actually, probably even more so because Monster Madness doesn't like double their strength.
Oh jeez, yeah. Now we're talking.
Goodness.
Enjoy the show, everyone. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna whip out this wild attack and give him a shot.
Yeah, give me that 20-sided because you are dealing double physical damage and you will only take half damage. Oof, a 2. So yeah. So, as like, what's Wild Attack? Oh yeah, that's right. Wild Attack does have its own like thing to it. Oh, somebody made it a 10. So, tough choice. So where are you aiming with your Wild Attack? Like
nipples. I mean, listen. For all intensive purposes, understand that Bamin is aiming at his nipples in every attack point.
Absolutely, I will. I'm here for it. So Wild Attack, you deal double damage, but they counterattack you. So Bamin's like deals 2 normally, then 4 because of Whip Like Jesus. So you've done 8 damage to his nipples, and he only has 20 health. Just so you know. And like this is a weak spot, so I'm gonna add 4 more damage. So you hit him for 12.
That's right. Just after
And he,
all that work on his nipples, out the window.
It's like it's just fucking hell. And like you see him like just throw a wild he'd hit you with a haymaker, and just like everything he can into like the side of your head. But it would have done 6 damage, but you have Rip Like Jesus, so it only does 3. It's like the most glancing blow. And like scours in the fucking like on the sidelines, like woo! And he's got one of those fucking things, like the party things that you spin around, like the clacker things.
Yeah.
It's
Scour
like, kick his ass!
Scour, throw me a drink.
Scour throws you a fucking Crunchy Simmons and a Capri Sun pack, by the way. And like he's definitely adding like handing everybody out like Crunchy Simmons. And like this place is filling up like at this point.
Yeah.
So all around you guys are other like people from around here that just like, I heard Mothman was in there. Holy shit, that's a big alligator.
It's an exciting match.
Yeah, you got a giant demon with bloody nipples and a giant alligator. Someone said this is like just turning into Baki. Yeah, it kind of is.
Oh fuck, finally I've got my Baki on my fucking game.
Look at all these people in here.
Look at them all. They're all great.
Ours
I love
also
every single one of them.
Is anyone taking bets? Is there anyone
Oh, they fuck it. They would love to take bets. What are we like? So these 2 farmers like walk up to Ento and they're just like, "Who's winning?" Here are the farmers, in case anybody was worried about like what they looked like and how much I love them.
They're fantastic.
Whoa. It's gonna keep me up later.
Sure will.
All right. So after I crack this drink on my head and shove it down my throat, I'm gonna go after him again. I mean, is it? Can I attack him? Right?
Absolutely, for sure you can.
I was gonna say, is it? I just didn't know if it was my turn to attack.
Yep. Like anybody any of you other three, like, you guys could do something if you want to, unless you just want Bamin to fucking swing for the fences. I'm fine with that too.
I think Bamin's got it, honestly.
Yeah, Bamin's good. I think the only thing Ento would want to do is like bet on the match.
All right, the farmers will definitely take you up on a bet. And they're just like, we offer 2. You look like you travel. You're a traveler. We are willing to bet 4 all expense paid tickets to our bed and breakfast. We're at the farm. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a fantastic place. And everybody else in the room is like, ooh, 4 tickets to the farm. And it's like, full weekend stay, all the amenities. You may also use the corn maze or the pumpkin patch at any point. All we ask, if you lose this bet, the one thing that we ask is just like, we want just a negligible part of your soul. If we could just get 4 AP worth of your soul, if you lose, if your chosen warrior loses.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
All right, just so like, I do not imagine Bamin is about to lose this fight, but if he rolls a 1, like a couple of times, I'm gonna have to fight him. Like, I'm gonna have him lose. But just so we know. But if Bamin does lose, or Bamin throws this match, just to fucking be mean to Ento, you will permanently lose 4 AP.
Yes, I figured that's what it would be. I am confident in Bamin and his pride.
The auctioneer points at like the 3 of you and just like, done, and like holds his thumb up, like without saying, like, you hear the word done in your head, and when his thumb goes up, it lights on fire. All right, Bamin, how you finishing off Balrog? Unless you're not.
No, we are. I'm thinking. I think. I'm trying to think what I can do to. Something that'll do enough damage to take him out, but
well, everything that you are doing is dealing quadruple damage, I think.
This is true.
No, it's just doing double damage.
Yeah,
It's wild attack is why it was doing quadruple.
Wild attack was doing that.
Yeah, wild attack and rip like Jesus.
Right. I mean, I would love to charge at him. I don't know if that's going to do enough at him. But I mean,
you could say that would be what the wild attack looks like for sure.
What's that?
You could charge. You could charge with anything. Basically, any of your moves would work. Even like what do you got here? Counterattack. Yeah. Charge. Lock your gaze on anybody. I would say yeah. Fucking.
All right, let's try charge. Let's kind of buck up and charge at him. If it doesn't knock him out this time, I'll stick around. I got some health. All right, so I'm going to charge at his nips.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a 20-sider. Just fucking right in the nips. So a tough choice. So you can hit him, and like he's gonna have like one left. Like he's gonna be at the edge, but he's gonna like wrap his hands around your waist, and like fucking like he's gonna pile driver you situation. He's gonna spinning pile driver you into the ground. It's only gonna do 3 damage, but it's gonna look really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So like he slams you into the ground, and it's just like he's like nipples are bleeding now, which is terrible.
Yeah, I got it all over my face.
Like I didn't like that. Until both of the farmers have taken opposite sides of you, just so you know, like one on each side, and like they do appear to be like each one has a hand on your shoulder, and just like they're kind of whispering, but not any word that you can actually understand. Like as their hands are like every time Bog does something like that's good, you feel them like squeeze your shoulder a little tighter.
I'm gonna use lifelink.
What are you lifelinking together? You and those old people?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, roll me a 20-sider. Alright.
Lifelink?
Okay.
What does this do?
He made it so if they take damage, he takes damage, and if he takes damage, they take damage.
That's great.
I think with a tough choice, you're gonna get a little bit more. Match is gonna go weird in this location as you try to lifelink onto these two gourd people. Is the lifelink will in fact be in effect and also go somewhat awry, or you could pull yourself back and not do it.
I want to see where this goes.
So, all right, Ento, as like you lifelink to these fucking gourd people, you feel a couple things. A, these two are ancient creatures. Like they've been around forever. And you feel like right now, there's no way you could die of old age as long as those two are alive. It's just like Ento will never die of natural causes until these two have died. So Bamin, how do you get up and finish this fucker off?
I gotta chomp those nips.
Oh, fucking chomp them?
Yeah, I don't have
Love
chomp,
it.
but I'm an alligator, so I feel like
Right
there's
off
gotta
the
be a
nipples
chomp.
I just fixed.
Fucking
Listen,
right.
that's-
Like you get to keep that cleaver.
He just pile drived me. That's how I'm getting up. It's my last resort.
You're not doing
I'm
like
here
a death
for it.
roll, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Like a death roll, like a fucking like alligator biting down, then like rolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awful. All right, go ahead. Roll me a 20-sider. Let's fucking kill this guy.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Ento. You might lose 4 AP here. And just like, yeah, he fucking... Oh, you ripped like Jesus wore off. That's the explanation. Like, he uppercuts you. Just catches you right in the chin. And that one does take 6 HP away. No, wait, not 6. It takes 4. So you've lost a total of 10 HP.
That hurts.
The Balrog does slip on his own blood and falls down, and like he's trying to climb up off of his chest, and he's like doing it very tenderly because like obviously it hurts. But Bamin, like you are seeing like you got the little like stars around your eyes. Like I don't know if alligators can bite their own tongues.
Anybody in the crowd have a do you think they can help Bamin with another attack, or anyone got any help out there?
Yeah, did any of you you guys can interfere? Like, I'm not sure how much honor holds up when you got like a bunch of bad guys.
I could use a try to use my Balad's Bellow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Make it potentially fleeting terror.
Yeah, so like Ballad's Bellow, project a terrifying aura based on your cryptid, forcing opponents to decide if they need to flee in terror or are momentarily stunned.
Because I just want to scare this guy away from my pal Bamin. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of seeing him being tormented. Okay, I want it
Absolutely. What's that look like for Mothman to do it? Like, so we understand that we understand that if you were like a Sasquatch cryptic, and you did the roar, like you would roar like fucking Bigfoot or something, or like anything like that.
Yeah.
But you're the Mothman. What's that look like?
So I pull my blouse apart from my nice, tailored suit, and I expose this beautiful, hairy fur of the moth chest, and it starts to pulsate and vibrate at this frequency that just you can kind of almost see it coming out of me.
Oh, like a resonance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dr. Myers leans over at Simmons. It's just like the picture I painted.
You did a really good job.
Thank you so much. I needed to hear that. I feel like most people were just like not telling me how great it was. Dr. Myers, by the way, shakes Simmons' hand.
I'm Simmons.
Oh my! I've heard of you. Oh, can you roll me a 20-sider? Triax? It'll be really, really funny as long as it's not a 1. It's a success. So like as that's like resonating out, he's like stunned as he's trying to get up. The rest of the room also like looking over, and you guys see like cold sweats on some of these characters. More than anybody, Glomecrest here, the Mayor Glomecrest, he's right here. He is sweating like crazy and just staring at Mothman like, no. And he's out of here. We will not be seeing him for the rest of the game. He will also not be bidding on things at the auction. You guys hear him get in the in his swan boat, and he fucks the hell off.
Does the swan boat make swan noises?
What's a swan noise?
I don't know. I just need to know. Does it make the noise of a swan?
A goose honk.
It's much more swan boat from New York City or something like that, or like on a lake, than it is looking like a real swan.
Okay.
So it's trying to look campy.
But he has to pedal it away, is what you're saying.
He doesn't have to. He's at all of his he's got a bunch of people that work for him. They paddle it. It is in fact a paddle boat though. All right, Bamin. He is stunned. He's not running away in fear, but he cannot react. So you don't even have to roll to get this hit to finish him off.
But I would like to use Whirlwind.
Oh, for fucking sure. What's it look like? Oh, it's with your tail again?
Yeah. I mean, I want to finish this off, right?
Yeah, for sure. And you slap the shit out of him with your tail. And you see the auctioneer just like, damn it. Didn't want to lose that one. You hear the farmers just like, oh, and they take their hands off of Ento's shoulders. Well, here you are. And they hand you 4 tickets. It's like, we're located in East Sonnery. Like, you can't miss it. Just, it's north of Evil. Just look for the corn. Anytime, with the exception of we are out of town in the month of January. So any other time, if you could show up, we'll be ready for you.
All right, pleasure doing business with you.
I wish we could say the same. Also, for the record, I think one of them says one thing and the other one says the other. It's like every other word situation.
Creepy.
It's either that or they say everything at the exact same time.
I like the first option better. That's
Nice.
more disconcerting.
Pumpkin people just like, oh.
Creeps.
It's just like, and the auctioneer grabs the little box and hands it to Bamin. Inside the little box is the black pick. It's a guitar pick with an intricate devil motif. Any song played with this pick becomes hauntingly beautiful but brings misfortune to its listeners. The player is unaffected by this, but if a 1 is rolled, the player of the song must duel the devil.
Sounds dope. Put that. Bamin just kind of puts that in his pocket.
It's like, oh, it's like the auctioneer is still holding up the intricate box, like beautifully inlaid and stuff. He's like, okay, I'll just set this over here. And he's just like, is there any other room? Any song that is played beautifully. But yes, you could play Tribute. But you couldn't play the original song because I don't know how to play it. Are there any other places that we want to go to before we start the actual like auction, which is like how this game gets going? There are many other rooms that have a lot of NPCs. Okay, go ahead.
You said there's a jewelry room?
There's a jewelry room.
I'd like to go to the jewelry room and see if I can glean some more information about this ring that I have from Chest without showing it off, because he seemed to be clear about not letting other people see it.
Absolutely. So we'll take you there. And how about the rest of you? Any specific places you guys want, like things that you would like to look at?
First off, I'm gonna heal Bamin up because he took a little bit of a beating.
Oh, I appreciate that. As I pull myself from the floor, I got that pick, but I do appreciate the heal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use a restore on him, bring him completely back up to like full health, and feels like he was never in a fight at all. Other than
that, on the ground, just thumbs up.
I know. Scour is pretty happy I won that fight too. We haven't really
Scour is so happy.
Yeah.
I give Balrog a lollipop. There you go, buddy. You take care of those nipples.
What flavor?
What flavor do you want?
Green.
Give him the mystery one.
Green's not a flavor, but yeah, here's a green one.
Solid. And he puts it in his mouth, wrapper and everything, and then passes out. It's like everybody around is just like, oh, okay. This is... people are looking at Ento as he heals. It's like, yeah, okay, it's him. It's him. She's like, we told you it was him. It's like, I didn't think he was just like, and they like start like gathering back up as like around him. It's just like,
whoa. Bamin, do you mind, Bamin?
Bamin's actually AFK right now, but like, yeah, we can't say that he's pushing him off of you and stuff. He's like, yeah, okay. Everybody's like, oh, okay, well, fine. Just don't want to make any friends. We want to be your friends. That'd be cool. And Dr. Myers is just like, he let me. No, he's a friend of the Mothman. Respect. Keep kindness. It's just like, let's all go look at the new portrait of Mothman. And they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of a new portrait of Mothman.
Does Dr. Myers, before he leaves, does he have a card?
Oh,
does
Dr.
he
Myers
offer out his portrait skills?
You're looking for an artist as well. I'm an artist in many ways. I am most notably a sculptor of flesh. I very much respect Ento there. Like, he really has a different approach to me. I am more of a needle and thread kind of guy. You treated that body like it was like Play-Doh, or like it was clay underneath your fingers. It was fantastic, amazing. I've never seen such, but I have a card here, and he reaches into his pocket and he hands you his card. At least he's holding the card out to you.
What's it look like?
It is definitely just like, so imagine a cardboard card or a plastic card, but then like, a cardboard card, and then you laminate it. But they don't have laminators here. And this guy doesn't have a lot of plastic on hand. It's a card that looks like it's skin with his information tattooed on it.
It's a flash card.
It's a flesh card. And like the worst part about this, I would have to say, is that flesh it is not decaying, that it's alive. And it's got hair on it.
Let me. Can I just? I'll just write your.
Oh no,
I
put
don't
it in
wanna
your
take
pocket.
this really.
It's like I've got like he literally tosses it at you, and he's like, "There you go. We're gonna go look at the painting. You want to go look at the painting? You said you were going to the jewelry room."
I guess he Simmons picks it up and just puts it in the book and puts it back in his
Oh
vest
god,
pocket.
Simmons, roll me a 20-sided when you pick it up, though. Do you have the 20-sided dice on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
weird.
a-
I did not see it, but I see a
It's
12.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Simmons is able to pick it up. It's a little squirmy. One side of it opened up an eye and looked at you.
I definitely dropped it and then picked it back up again.
But there's no mouth on this, so don't worry about
Thank
that.
God.
Just the eye. Oh, there's the 12. Fucking. Hey,
It took a
it just
while.
rolled on stream too. Wow. All right. So Ento and Triax. What would you guys like to see at this place? You guys have any like particular interests?
I guess I mean, if we're doing the jewelry room, I could look at some jewelry. Honestly, I could use some new trinkets to bestow around my neck, perhaps. So
Oh, we're looking for a necklace situation. Are we looking for a pendant, or are we talking like a chain situation? What are we after?
well, I always do this. I'm not here to shop for me. We're here to shop for a cursed item.
Okay,
I think a pendant. There's some cursed pendants that I know of in the back of my head that I'm kind of looking out for. So maybe we go and look at those, and something jumps out at me. I'm not committing to anything, but
who would ever hold
window
you to
shopping.
it?
Yeah,
window shop. Absolutely, and this is the place to do it. Look at all of this glass all around this room. There's one other person in this room. They were also at the fight, and I was like, oof. It's just like he looks over at Triax. He's like, that painting looks nothing like you, just so you know.
Well, that's just your opinion. Art is subjective.
Oh, okay. Was it supposed to be like a painting of your soul, or is he just bad?
A little bit of both. Maybe the soul is bad itself. You ever think about that?
Yes, I've thought about whether the soul is bad. I don't. He looks at you. He's just like, "Are you really responsible for all those travesties?"
Responsible, not necessarily. Could I have stopped them? Probably. So, take that as you will. I'm just an observer. I'm an observer. I like to watch, and that's it. It's not a crime.
It's sometimes a crime.
Okay. Again, subjective.
It's like, I'm sorry, we got off on the wrong foot here. I feel like we're openly hostile.
I apologize. Let's start all over. We're here for jewelry. We're here to look at some pendants, perhaps.
Oh, absolutely. They have a good display back there. I'm Shay, by the way.
Shay, that's a pleasure.
So, Ento and Simmons. Simmons, are you looking for rings that look like the ring that you're wearing? That kind of situation?
Yeah. Just to see, some sort of ring that is a similar make of, or some even like just a color, just something that feels similar,
Absolutely. Give me a 20-sider. Can you all three of you actually roll me a 20-sider? And also, Ento, tell me what you're looking for in this kind of situation, if you're looking for anything.
I'm kind of following my buddies and browsing at this point.
17. Oh, fuck. You guys all did great. And I know that 19 is going to be made of 20 because that's what people do. Simmons, you find another ring that looks very similar, not to the ring that you're wearing, but Alder's ring. the ring Alder gave you, and it has a Nika turned it a 20, so Ento's fucking getting some shit. Like it looks exactly like the ring Alder gave you, and it even has Alder's inscription on it. You can see it through from under the glass. And
Is it it has the stone on the inside and everything?
Stone on the inside and everything, and the auctioneer like just looks over at it with you. He's just like, yes. We only recently discovered these are objects of great powerful curses. They're fascinating, aren't they? Allows the wearer to become attached to this disgusting abomination of a ring, whoever would willingly put it on. Beyond me. But the wearer will only like give it up. Like they won't believe it's worth. Like if you believe that it's worth a lot, then you would never give it up. It's only if you think it's ugly that you can give it up, which is how Simmons got rid of it. Because Simmons didn't like. Well, Simmons took it, but you never said you liked it.
Yeah, I was very nice. I was a nice critic about it. I said it was interesting or something like that.
Yeah, you did. Like I went back and listened to a lot of it, and you did use like interesting and like well made, but not like you never said how good it looked. For the record, Chest is wearing that ring
Right now?
Yeah.
It's not the same one.
Oh, it's not the one that's in here. You can put two and two together and realize these Alder has these all over the world, and Chest does come up behind you, and he's just like that cursed ring. Simmons, of course, you didn't realize what you've done, but I have. And he looks down at his hand. I don't know how it's on your finger because this ring for you, Triax and Ento, is like, what if a ring was a Mobius strip, but also inside out, and had gems where your fingers would be?
Damn.
So, Chest, you enjoy the look of this ring?
It's beautiful. Like I can't close my eyes without seeing it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But he like posts like, if it's in there, I know it's cursed.
It's true.
If you could just point me at the maker of this curse, Simmons. Just.
I have his autograph.
Do you? A signature by his own hand?
I shouldn't have said that out loud, I don't think. But
was it coerced? Did he give it freely?
Yeah. We're how do I word this? I've met him.
Chest puts his hand on Simmons' shoulder, and it's so warm and comforting. It feels like it feels like a big hug, you know, like just all over your body, just from that one spot. And he's just like, Simmons, my dear Simmons. And he puts his other hand on your other shoulder and looks directly into your eyes, and he's just like, we're gonna be such good friends. And you feel that ring tighten a little bit. Simmons, Chest is your best friend. Take this one to avoid like being this spell affecting you.
Okay.
Chest is like, you would fucking do anything for this man, and he would do anything for you.
I take the autograph book out of my vest there, and I flip it open, and I say, "Yeah, look, he's right here." And I pointed his signature in the book.
He puts his hand out. He's just like, a gift given. And you want to give your best friend gifts, unless you don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess I tear the page out of the book and hand it to him.
He takes it, and you see him take it in his hand, and like it bursts into flames, and in the palm of his hand is inscribed like Alder's name, and like you see it like smoking, and then he's just like, such an amazing gift, Simmons. And like Chest is Chest has left this game for the rest of this game. Chest is busy. Chest is out there heckin' murdering Alter.
So am I still affected by that?
Oh yeah, you're still Chest's best friend.
Well, then in that case, I asked the auctioneer about the ring in the cabinet that Chest likes so much, because I know Chest really likes that ring.
Oh, absolutely. I understand why Chest likes a very intricate design. Only somebody with like weird fingers, such as the vampire court or Chest as demons, can wear that comfortably. Are you're interested in it? What could you offer me for it?
I still have the book in my hand, and there is a. I don't want to give this up, but I'm going anyway. I flip it to the page that's signed by the glitter tree that has the glitter that's like impenetrable. Do you remember this?
Okay, yeah, all right.
And I say,
Oh.
what about this? It's not really jewelry, but it's shiny.
He takes it and he's just like, absolutely, I will gladly take it. And like, he quickly pulls the page with it on it out of it with the Fae Enchantress signature on it, and he's like, yes, she will do fine. And he folds it, and then folds it in half again, tucks it in his pocket, like right above his heart. It's like, that will do fine.
I'm surprised you could fold that. You're strong.
I am something else. It's just like a gift freely given, and he hands you the ring. A gift freely given. Just so you know, the vampires like have weird fingers too, and they love jewelry. So this would make an amazing gift.
Okay.
For the market.
The tree's name was Trent Aspen, by the way.
Trent Aspen.
I do remember that. I had it in here.
Oh shit! I got it mixed up. I thought it was Fae Enchantress's paper. My bad. Okay, Trent. Oh, he'll still take it. He'll still take it happily. Like, let me tell you, this guy loves anything that has a name on it.
Okay.
Okay, and Ento, you're looking through, and you see a very familiar looking I don't want to say like a patch kind of thing. Not an enamel pin, but what do they call, like metal? Like you see a metal that has like a bullet hole in it. This is the metal from the last one of the 7 pirate queens that Pym killed. Like Pym shot her through the heart. This woman had like a medal of honor draped above her heart. Pym shot her right through and got this medal.
Ooh.
It has massive nostalgic value to you, and you definitely believe that if you gave Pym this thing, Pym would be closer to like remembering more of the her pirate life, because you remember more than Pym does.
Yeah, I definitely want to get this for my sister.
Absolutely. Can you give me that pirate queen's name?
That pirate queen's name was Giselda.
Giselda, former pirate queen. The different pirate queen took her place, but Giselda was killed by the crew of the Sea Devil, and by the hand of Pym. And like, he comes like, the auctioneer comes up, sees what you're looking at, looks at you, he's just like, oh, what? I would be ridiculous. No charge, good sir. And he hands you the medal.
Why, thank you, auctioneer. That is very kind of you.
It's just like, tell your captain I'm her biggest fan. Thank you for all the business.
Absolutely.
So, this cursed item, if you are wearing it, if something rolls, you deal only in fatal blows situation. Like, you, when you shoot something, you kill it. If something shoots you, 0 HP. That is how this metal works.
Sudden death, huh?
So Shay is back there showing Triax like some of the pendants. It's like I've been looking at them, and there's one that is incredibly similar to just like a one of those orb compass things. You know what I'm talking about? That just kind of floats in water. There's one that's literally just that, but it has like a 20-sided globe on it inside of it, and it keeps floating to the top. I mean, whatever side that you are on it, this world will float to the top. So that's one of them. Then he shows you another one, and it's like, and none of them are exactly what you were thinking when you came in here. Like you had something in mind, and then the last one appears, and that's the 20. That's your money ticket right there. This is it.
Yeah.
It is a ball. You can tell me how it looks at some point, but here's what it does. It will give you a limitless supply of a single food.
Ooh, yeah.
But this food is the only food that will ever fill you ever again.
I gotta choose one food for the rest of my life.
Yeah, if you want it. It's the person who puts it on.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you could have it. You could give it as a gift to the marquee. Like, anybody else. But, like, it will give you that food forever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good curse. I'm liking that curse.
The auctioneer slides up. And he's like, oh, Shay and Triax, you are both, like, have your eyes on that there pendant. What could you offer me for it? And I think Shay, like, leads the bidding. He's just like, I will do one unspeakable deed of your choosing. To anyone of your choosing. And he's like, ooh, Shay's starting off strong.
2 unspeakable deeds.
2 unspeakable deeds. Oh. He's like taps his chin and he's just like 2. And like Shay looks back and forth. I'm gonna roll a 20-sider. Higher is Shay's willing to do it, lower is Shay's not willing to say 3. Alright, Shay's just like 3 unspeakable deeds and I'll start a war.
So essentially, Ford.
The 3 can lead up to starting a war. It's like
okay.
Starting a war is a good ticket into my heart. Do you have anything to compete with that, dear Mothman?
I'm trying to think. You know, I don't think I do.
So. Like he's just like, all right, going once, and so Ento, Simmons, and Bamin. I know that you're back now. And Triax, you are all hearing that this man is about to do 3 unspeakable things for the devil that is going to lead to a giant war. Do you guys let him live?
Probably shouldn't.
It's not a great plan.
Yeah, I mean, just recovering from that fight. I don't think that sounds like a great idea, you guys.
Like, you guys can take this guy out.
You said this was Shay?
This is Shay. and Shay is offering to do unspeakable things to random people of what appears to be the devil's choice. And he is going to start a war.
Yeah,
If his deal goes through, I will start a war somewhere in this planet eventually, like sooner than later.
we definitely gotta stop that. I'm gonna scream at him. Try to throw him off so somebody else can smack him.
All right, give me
What is Shay?
What is Shay?
Yeah.
Shay looks like a person maybe made out of paper mache.
Ah.
Like just like basically clumps, like matted together. Like there must be a framework underneath it, but it just looks like wrapped up paper.
Shay is clumps.
Shay is clumps.
Got it.
Roll me a 20-sider, Simmons. You roared at it. What did you yell? Or is it just like I'm Simmons as a scream?
I just kind of did just scream. Just I played the battle cry just to try to.
Okay. Alright, so like he like looks
Just to
over
try to
and
throw him off and be like, "What
he's
the hell is
he's
that?"
completely confused. What would you guys do? The rest of you?
Are there any musical instruments in this room?
Oh God!
There's a fucking golden fiddle on that wall.
Oh man. I don't know, I got this weird pick. Should I use this, guys? I just got this a little while ago. You remember? The fight?
Oh yeah, that's right. Feels like an age ago.
It was. It felt like an eternity. So I mean, can we get a refresher on what the pick does?
The pick, any song played with this pick becomes hauntingly beautiful but brings misfortune to its listeners. If you roll a 1, you have to duel the devil.
This game is going to be insane.
Bamin hasn't been rolling awesome this game, you guys. Does this hurt my party?
If they hear it. But it's just bad luck. You could just stop.
Yeah, true.
So, I have an item that might help. Not this situation, but just like battling Shay.
That.
If you don't want to play a song.
I mean, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to use this pick, but what?
Let's just do both.
What do you have to bring to the table?
I have a fork.
It's the best sentence I've ever heard.
What? Fork? What?
It's a magic item I got forever ago that I can
Oh yeah, you can burst things into flames with this thing.
Yeah, I can alter the temperature of whatever I stick it in, but it's gonna hurt me if I pump it up to 451 degrees Fahrenheit.
But if he's paper mache, might torch him pretty quick.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I'm thinking.
Especially if he's currently unlucky.
That's a good point.
Pretty good,
Ooh.
guys. Do we go fork into the paper mache, or am I playing this asshole a song? What do you think?
I think we have to do both.
I say put a fork in it.
It's like, yeah, fire on the mountain, run, boy, run.
God damn it!
I can give you a pretty sweet soundtrack while you do this.
All right, both of you two give me 20-siders, please.
Oh shit.
If that was a 1, it would have been so funny. Oh no, but you both succeeded. So this is my roll for him. Let's see how he's doing. All right, the only way he would have survived is a 20. So
Cover your ears,
you
boys.
grabbed the golden violin off the wall, played it like a guitar, then he felt like Ento stabs him with a fork, and Triax? I got lost again. Mothman, what unlucky series of events happened once Ento stuck that fork in him and like started like setting him on fire? Like, what happened that he went up like a fucking chimney, like immediately?
Yeah, and then everything else in the room started catching fire. And
Oh!
you know,
Oh, Jesus.
my pant leg is getting singed, and it's just kind of catching so quickly all around us.
Oh, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Because the auctioneer also was listening to the song. So he befell terrible luck as well. The way I'm gonna so, okay. Simmons and Triax, you two, on your way out, are going to snatch up a piece of jewelry from this burning room. But you two heard the song too, so we're going to count it as though you guys rolled ones.
Mm-hmm.
So you both have some cursed item on you that is fucking terrible for you. You don't have to come up with it right now, but you have a piece of jewelry from this room that is hella cursed. Also, Bamin, you still have that gold fiddle.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I don't think the auctioneer is caring too much about it. He's just like, the fuck, the room's on... It's like, all right, everybody meet up in the fucking... It's like, auction hall. He's just like, yes, I know what's on fire. As he's like moving his hand like back and forth to get the smoke. He's just like, well, we have to get this last thing auctioned off, or else like we can't auction off for another 10 years. Just like, so we'll do this as quick as we can, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Shay's dead. Sorry, guys. Well, not for you. You guys stopped a war. And also, Trax, you have that pendant. You won that bidding. Without it, you don't have to do the atrocities. You just have that item.
And you said the two of us also have a cursed item as well now?
Yes, you have a cursed item. Nika says this is why Ento didn't get a gift. He said he burned it all down, and like the auctioneer refuses to do business with Ento.
Shit.
The whole time he's just like, fuck, no. It's just like, all right. The item we're all here for today. Like, it's just like we were gonna auction off today. We were gonna auction off the hellish, the monstrous, the lucky, the haunted. He points at Mothman without looking up. And he's just like the cryptic. But no, we're not doing any of that now. Now the house is on fire, and we have the last item up for sale today is the Midas Touch. He who takes this scroll can bestow the curse onto one other person. We all know the story of Midas and the Midas curse, correct? A supreme gift for anybody. Can we start the bidding at 2 souls? And Dr. Myers raises his hand immediately. So if you guys want the Midas Touch, you don't need it. You guys got good gifts. But if you want the Midas Touch, what would you bid for it?
I don't mean this, but all I can think of is about Tree Fitty.
About Tree Fitty. It's got Tree Fitty souls.
No.
That is 350 tree souls from trees. That was from Simmons. I've spent a lot of time near those folks from Gibbet, have you? Anybody can match 350 souls from trees. I think this one right here, this woman right here, we have not met her, but she's amazing. What's her name? It's written down because I wrote them all down. Oh, her name is Cackle. Because she cackles like a chicken. She's a nightmare. And she offers up, and she's like, I offer the sacred stones of the valley. And everybody just goes, ooh. As though that means anything to you all. Scar is just like, this old bottle of wine.
I grabbed that bottle of wine. Don't you auction off this wine.
That was mine.
Start drinking it.
Oh, shit. Oh. Bamin! I offered Bamin.
Who just offered Bamin?
Scour just like cringes a little bit.
I like pretend to smack him with the back of my hand, but I don't. I just kind of pet him on the head, and he's just joking. I'm gonna drink my wine. We have nothing. There's sacred.
The
stones.
farmers.
What do we don't have a sacred stone.
Oh, she's like, well, we have sacred stones. Well, the auctioneer will have the sacred stones if all goes correct. The farmers yell, our entire next year's harvest. And everybody just like goes quiet at that one. It's just like, oof. And she's like, I think everybody's gonna look at Triax real quick. It's just like, because like Triax, like, because you're from yeah, well, I'll explain that in a second. Because you're from around where all of these people are from as well, like, you understand that next year's harvest for the pumpkin patch and the cornfield is amazing. It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
that's mind blowing. And like the sacred stones are basically like, what if a midsummer field has had these huge stones every once in a while, and this person is offering those up, and they have like massive mythical like power to them. But like, just so you guys know, you could say basically whatever you want here, and I will like agree with what you say, as long as it makes sense that your character has access to offer it up, do it.
So this is the ability to turn anything to gold.
This is the ability to turn anything to gold, and this is the ability to give that ability to somebody else. Like, it's not cursing you with it. You just have the curse to put on somebody. Oh, I think, you know what?
Simmons holds up a bee candy and says, I've got this cursed stone.
B sees art in the chat. Not B, the auctioneer sees B in the chat. The auctioneer says, I'll take that, and he's pointing through the camera. I would like to meet with that one. I would love nothing more than to have a sit-down conversation with that one. And my home. Fully, like, I'll pay for the trip. I promise her safety. If you can guarantee me this meeting, this gift is all yours. B specifically. B plus specifically. Now I'm just waiting for Art to respond in the chat, though. Because, like, you could agree to it, but, like...
Right.
Then we'd have to play a game of convincing Art. Alright? And, like, you see him just, like, a gavel comes out of nowhere and he slams it down. He's just, like, sold for one meeting with B positive. And, like, he then takes the candy and pops it in his mouth and definitely does the, like, rolls it around his mouth very obnoxiously. And he's just like, now, if we could all just flee this burning building, that would probably be for the best. And she's like, you have set fire to many cursed objects, and it is not going to react well. And she's like, everybody back to Sonnery! And like, you guys have to flee this town. This town isn't going to exist after the explosion that fire is going to cause.
Whoops.
Like, we made it part of the map, and now we have wiped it off the map.
Sorry.
Oops.
Ento's legend is with a fork and some background music. He set fire to one of the most powerful villains in this game. Like, not powerful, like powerful on the same level as like could have been important, you know? But Ento set it on fire and then burnt down all of these indestructible cursed objects. And like that's like these guys are gonna be telling stories about Ento forever at this point. It's just like, did you hear? Ento can break any and all curses with fire.
So Ento's a curse breaker now?
That's the rumor. And yeah, Mothman involved in like the last thing like the citizens in this town saw as they were running away trying to survive was like the fuzzy image of Mothman.
Right. My classic calling card. I gotta,
What happened to
She's
the
like-
painting? What happened to
Oh,
the
he's got
portrait?
it. It's fine.
Is
We
that on
saved-
fire too? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Anything that you guys got would like is safe. I'm not gonna do that to you. So before we wrap this game up, let's talk about what we got. Triax got a pendant that can reproduce any food. Like you choose one food, you have to eat that for the rest of your life. No other food will sustain you. Like, but it's always gonna make the same food.
Yeah.
I could
Awesome.
legit probably do that with sushi. Like, I think I'd be all right.
You think you'd be all right? Like, my question is, does it allow you to do different flavored sushi or just one thing? Is it just like over and over again the California roll?
Oh, if it's the California roll, I'm out. I can't. do
Okay,
that.
what if it's just like a really good like sashimi?
Yeah. I mean, we can.
The one with like the fake crab in it.
Yeah, that's a California roll or a Seattle roll. And a Seattle, I don't know if does the California roll normally have cream cheese? Because that's what a Seattle roll has. Like
That's a Philadelphia roll.
that's a Philadelphia roll?
It's got
So they
cream
call it
cheese
these
in
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. My bad. Fuck you, Philadelphia.
Anyway, sushi.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that. Bamin has a pick that's not necessary for guitars that he's been playing on a golden fiddle. That golden fiddle is a magic item in and of itself. It's like it has a different curse that like if you roll a 1, like the devil comes for your soul. But I think if the devil shows up, you're just gonna have to duel him, and he takes your soul if he wins.
If I roll a 1 at this thing, I'm basically fucked either way.
Yeah, it's like you were just straight up
You gotta fight
in
it twice.
in a bad situation against Satan.
And
So far, Satan looks kind of like this. Walk. One of those two.
Scour's got a Jason Voorhees mask.
Scour's got a Jason Voorhees mask that I'll tell you right now. The way that works is like if you put it on, if something ever tries to run from you, they can't. Like they will always trip, they will fall down, they will pick the wrong path. The way that's in front of them becomes a dead end, and then like you can finish them off. Like nothing stops you when you're wearing that. If you roll a 13 with it, while wearing it, you start filling another bar.
You start what?
You know, like you fill out a clock. Like there's a countdown associated with it. So like that'll be fun.
Yeah. I guess.
There's a wet machete too, right?
Oh yeah, the fucking wet, glistening machete that's constantly dripping. If you test that, it's not actually blood; it's corn syrup. But it does function like corn syrup, so you could like cook in it. I cook with
Nice.
it.
It's handy.
Handy.
Ento got a medal that will prove to Pim who Pim used to be fully, but that if he pins that medal on, he will, and it doesn't attack, he will kill whatever he's attacking, but if he gets hit, he dies. And that's just for anyone. You don't have to like keep it on, but you can't put it on, shoot something, then immediately take it off. You've got to like be open for another thing, unless it's like there's only one bad guy. Then I'll let that rock.
I also got a cleaver.
You also got a cleaver? Yeah, that fucking cleaver rocks. It will detach any limb. On 20s, you just tell me what limb you take.
Cool.
Just like, yeah, done. But when using it, if you want to use it medically, as like a bone saw and stuff, yeah, you don't have to roll. Like, you will just always get the perfect amputation situation.
Amputation situation.
Yeah, you know, just in case somebody gets bit by a zombie. We don't know. What if this is Ento's villain arc?
Damn zombies.
Then we got Simmons. What all did Simmons get? You got another alder ring, and you got some piece of cursed jewelry that is bad. I need you guys to know that. Like, Triax and Simmons both have a piece of cursed jewelry that is
Bad.
a bad item. Yeah, what was the cleaver one? No, I actually can tell you, Art. It was in the hands of Guy Fieri. The cannibalistic bunny version of Guy Fieri that we had. He had this cleaver before Balrog did. Ento got 4 tickets to the farm. It's just called the farm.
No,
and
I
like,
was going to the farm.
yeah, it's just like where we take all the dogs. We're going upstate. It's the fucking saddest thing you could ever tell a kid. It's the saddest fucking lie. Terrible. Just tell them pets die. Fucking nobody's ready to be told you. We took your dog to a field. Sorry. And Simmons got the curse Midas Touch. You can curse somebody or gift this. This, I will need you to know, would be probably the best gift for the court that we could do this month, Simmons. Like, this is a natural 20 of a gift. Like, by promising the devil that they can meet with B positive. Sorry, Triax and Bamin, you two might not know. B positive is our nurse. She's our head doctor situation. She's a slime girl made of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
So yeah, she's a slime girl made of blood. Everybody last season had a night terror about her where she killed everybody in increasingly more horrific ways. A la like, think like Alien, the original, mixed with The Thing. And that was basically what that game was. As she literally ripped the skin off from people in their nightmares.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's our doctor. And that's who the auctioneer wants to talk to. Wants to have a nice sit-down conversation with her.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what do we want to give as a gift? The group only needs to give one gift. Except, like, you guys can all, like, if we want Triax to go to the masquerade, because I'm absolutely positive the Mothman got an invitation to the Vampire Masquerade. You don't have to show up to that game if you can't make it, that's fine. We can just have you in the background.
Yeah.
Like, mingling.
Waiting for the next catastrophe.
I guarantee I'll know exactly when the next catastrophe is going to be. It's going to be that night. For fucking sure. Mothman there? Kidding me? Oh, I'm sorry. Triax, what does your masquerade mask look like? If you had to explain it in just a couple of adjectives.
Simple.
Simple.
Featureless,
Featureless. Okay.
but also eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs only feature.
That's my favorite adjective. Eyeballs.
But
Yeah.
also eyeballs is perfect.
So yeah. Okay. So with and Triax also got a painting that allows him to go back in time and try to undo an oopsie. But that's a cursed painting, so do we think he can undo that oopsie? Tune in next time.
And also, Ento is possibly effectively immortal.
Ento is effectively ageless. Like, you age at the same speed that those turnip people age. And let me tell you, they are millennia old and they were born looking that way. And Scout, yeah, right. And we met Screamlord's dad. This is Screamlord Sr. He's very proud of his son. This was Jim Dandy. We didn't really meet him. This was Pius. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll come up later. This is Dr. Myers. This is the Remembered. This is the Lady of Bones. We didn't talk to her. Nobody wanted to go see the weapons.
Oh, the Lady of Bones. I heard about her.
I mean, I did, but you know.
You were too busy punching a man's nipples.
And then setting the world on fire with a song.
That was the fork, man. Don't blame me.
The fork did it. I would show you Shay, but I didn't bring Shay's token out here. Oh, this is the farmers. I didn't bring Shay's token out here because they're fucking dead. Like fucking murdered by Ento of the fucking Sea Devils. And yeah, that looks a pretty fun. What would we want to give as gifts, guys? Like, of the things that you got, what do we give up as gifts? Like, the Midas Touch is a 20. If you give that up, you are done.
I mean, I feel like that would be a thing to put to the crew to say, hey, do we give this amazing, horrible thing that could have a lot of change happen from it to the court? Because who knows what could happen from that? I don't feel like that's a thing that I think everybody should be involved in that.
See, now you're getting, like, you're thinking about it. Fine.
I mean,
Everybody
unless my best friend
everybody trudges back to. No, it's fine. Like, no, I'm like, fuck. You did a smart. That's smart. It's smart to actually think about it, not just give things away. So yeah, we can talk about what gifts you guys give at some point. And yeah, so we know Triax is going to the masquerade with a simple, featureless but eyeballs mask made of obsidian. Mothman has absolutely terrible pictures of him drawn everywhere. Oh, that picture's gone. Yeah, Dr. Myers' like painting of Mothman got burnt up. But
yeah, that's what I was asking about.
That painting was what you were asking about. Yeah, I think the painting is what everybody was seeing as they were running out of town. They weren't actually seeing Triax run away. They saw that painting on fire, but like it's so like lifelike and shimmering that when they turned around and looked, they just saw the red eyes and the long legs and the high heels. And they were like, oh no, it's Mothman. So yeah,
they're big shoes to fill for somebody.
Big high-heeled shoes.
That's right.
It's just real quick. Triax, are you wearing high heels?
They're about a 2-inch heel.
Okay,
So,
all right, solid.
I would say high.
What size are we looking for Triax? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you. Like, how tall do you think he is? Oh, sorry. Are they he, him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You asking me how tall I am?
Yeah, how tall is Triax?
Oh, well, let's see. Last time I checked, I was about 7.5 feet.
Oh,
tall.
okay. That's
Something like that.
That's quite the Mothman. I've seen your statue.
Oh, thank you.
It's gorgeous. At this point, it's just like the Lady of Bones, like just coming up. She's like, I'm one of your biggest fans. Can you sign my playing card? And she hands you a playing card to sign that has a completely different picture on it than the last one you saw.
I like this depiction better of me. Honestly, it's a little bit more flattering to my
Is
figure.
this one foil card?
I think this is like almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah, foiled and like a Yu-Gi-Oh card style. It's like super anime version of Mothman, just like finger gunning at this like with the camera, and like when you move it back and forth, it like the finger gun goes down and it winks.
That's how I see
Lenticular,
myself.
they call that.
Mind's eye.
It's just like, do you sign this one?
Oh yeah, of course.
She's like,
it's
thank
very
you so
flattering.
much. She's like, she shows you. She's like, and like, look at this. Like right here, I've got the Jersey Devil real signature. That's his actual teeth marks. And like down here, Chupacabra, super limited.
Pretty cool.
I think so. It's just,
I thought for a second she was saying that his signature was the Jersey Devils.
oh no, your signature looks nothing like the Jersey. Actually, what does your signature look like? Is it like good? Is it a good like flashy signature style signature?
Yes, very quick and wispy and expressive, cursive. Yeah, whip it out real quick.
Oh, nice. The Jersey Devils is just it's just like teeth marks.
Yeah. The Jersey Devil, I know him. He's a savage.
Sky, I will put a Pokemon themed cryptid game in this if I need to. I'll make my own card game. We'll triple triad this shit.
Need help? Let me know.
I might.
I know a guy.
That'd be shit. No, that's too cool of an idea. All right, can hell add it to the list. I can just hear Nika sighing in the other room. Oh, I yelled add it to the list about like a triple triad style game based on cryptids. Oh shit. I'm really good at this game. Alright. Oh, fuck. You're just making me sound crazy. See, I'm talking to Nika. Chat can't hear Nika. Anyway, but that is the end of this game, guys. I hope everyone had fun. Pete, I realized it was your first time. You did fucking amazing.
Oh, thank
For
you.
your first, like, absolutely. Love to have you back at any point.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'd love to see him out in action and stuff, but I really wanted, like, this game was just a fun idea to introduce a bunch of NPCs to everybody.
Right.
And kill one.
And kill one. So, yeah, fucking hell. So Pete's character Triax is from Sonnery, everybody. Everybody you saw in this game, this is a convention outside of Sonnery. We didn't really get to that part because we burnt it down. But yeah, so basically everyone you saw as an NPC are either from Folksong or from Sonnery, which is the north side. No, it's not. It's fully west. It's past Belltown. And yeah, real quick recap. We met Triax, Triax has a class onto their own, and I'll just say it because you guys can look at his character sheet at some point. He is a cryptic. We're not releasing that class right yet. That is a branch of other things. So kind of like an invoker. He invokes the cryptid of Mothman when he's like doing his attacks and stuff. So like it is a really fun class. Like we made it. He said he wanted to play Mothman, and we made a class out of it. And then we went fucking ham. So there's a bunch of other classes too. But don't worry about them. So we met Triax in an unnamed town. This town is not named. Is for the Convention of Curiosities of Cursed Items. And then they just went and shopped at basically a mall of cursed items. There was reconstructive surgery on a man's nipples. Then Bamin beat the man to being completely unconscious and won a guitar pick that is very dangerous. And he played a golden fiddle with that guitar pick, which is doubly dangerous. And we just got a bunch of like crazy cursed items. We got a necklace that can give you food, but only one kind, and that's the only thing that sustains you. We have the Midas Touch to give to somebody. And just like, and also Simmons and Triax are heckin' cursed. They don't know why and how, but they are. Like, I'm kind of thinking almost like an earring got attached to you situation, Simmons. Like, look at those ears. You telling me they wouldn't catch like a hook?
Huh. We don't have like matching curses, do we?
Is it funnier if you do? It's kind of funny. Like, what if you guys permanently have lifelink?
Oh Jesus, I don't like that.
Like, yeah, so like
I get myself into horrible situations.
yeah, so like if you hit 0 HP, Triax hits 0 HP. If you hit 0 AP, Triax hits 0 AP, and the same in reverse. But on the plus side, if Triax heals himself, you get that health, and this goes reversed as well.
Oh, if I can campaign against that, I will very strongly. I don't want to be the person that kills the Mothman.
So yeah, fine. No. We will not do that. I'm absolutely fine not doing that. We'll talk about it at some point. But you four did amazing. Thank you guys so much for like. I know, like it wasn't like last minute, but we did ask Chris and Corey kind of last minute to play this game because like Pete finally agreed to play because Matt convinced him. Well, friends.
Good job.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. And like this was like really fun for me. So, and also I just like making all those NPCs because they're all ridiculous looking.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. We got another game tomorrow at 5. That is the Mob Squad game. So Krieg, Nickel, Joaquin, and Karam. Sunday we got Vatna, Arel, and I don't remember the other two.
Vatna, Laura, Arel, and Patagon is what is going on for the Sunday.
There we go.
Nailed it.
Alright. So thank you guys so much for playing, and thank you guys all for the like being in chat and chatting and stuff, and buying cards. Thank you guys so much.
Thank y'all.
I need to go to the bathroom so bad.
We are gonna wrap up here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at our normal time. Bye forever.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.